Hello, everyone. Welcome to another round of SpeedGaming Live. This is a round of 16, Engel versus Alexis. It's going to be a very hype race. Both of them they're good enough to take it down. So, what do you think, Marcel?
Yeah, hello everyone. Yeah, they're both really good players. Probably both serious contenders to at least semifinals. So I think it's gonna be a tight race.
Yeah, maybe these two runners are maybe not on everyone's top of mind when you talk about favorites or tournament favorites, but they are capable of winning qualifiers. So, never rule them out.
Yeah, I know more Alexis since he is French, but yeah, I played a lot weeklies with Engel in the rooms, and I think they are both really close in average level.
Yeah, I expect a close race as well. So yeah, let's see how it goes. Start with decent spawn. Runners going to London Range.
Yeah, spawning in market allows you to farm some rupees and then just get that song in the range.
You don't really need Serenade or Prelude anymore if you have such a spawn.
Indeed. Usually, I think when you start with range like this, you hop for Minuet. So you can play it in go to Lost Woods and up and Deku after the range.
Yeah, there are many good songs. Pretty much every warp song is great. SGL is great. It can also not be a song because we start with 2 songs.
Yeah. And since the spawn is Market Bridge, you can, in the worst case scenario where you just have Ipona or ZL, you can just say warp and hike a bit to Kokiri Forest.
Yeah, it's one of the best spawns, I guess. I don't think there are much better spawns for.
Yeah, you're close to Market, you're close to Kakariko, and Nocturne.
Another very powerful song. Will come in handy when they go adult first.
Yeah. You can, like, extend your time of day as child without being afraid of entering Kag by night as adult. Alexis have some, I don't know.
Yeah, he has some sort of error in his screen. I'm not sure if he notices that.
Yeah. I hope he has, like, his OBS opened up a ball.
It's not sharp enough for me to read.
Okay, you noticed. Not sure. I don't think it's our.
The runners are going to pick up the bottle anyway, with how strong Ice has become in recent years.
I think in SGL, Ice is sometimes hard to decide because Seeds tends to be really fast.
And so it's also not guaranteed to be a song anymore, so that's Ice Captain is certainly nerfed with these settings.
Oh, Alexis decides to go adult when Engel is farming rupees.
He's even skipping the child shooting, if I saw it correctly. It's a very brave skip. It's not really losing your time. Engel is picking up highly in shield first. That's nice.
Some runners like to delay market till they have Sensong or Bombag. Oh, Alex was so fast reading the meds. I don't know.
Engel is doing the game for us, so this is going to be an important change already.
Shadow Forest is what I got, yeah.
Yeah, Adult Lake seems to be completely dead. Gotta love those dual hints that were introduced with the SGL tournament.
Oh, Iron Boots. Okay.
Okay. It's probably an important item, but not in the early game yet.
Oh, bomb shoes are ready. Oh. So Lake is worth, but we know it's not adult. Oh, well, it can be adult, but we have the dual hint for fishing and rooftop.
Yeah, so it's either scale locked in Lake Hylia or just fishing.
Yeah.
Or the lab, that's also still possible.
Or shoot the sand as well.
And shoot the sun, yeah, that's true.
It's really brave from Alexis to skip even the 4 hints at top.
Yeah, that might even be a mistake. I can't really imagine that that's intentional. I don't know. Why would you skip 4 hints?
Okay, so Deku Tree. Yep. I think he is maybe thinking that SGL seeds can be so fast that maybe you just want to... Oh, Bombag. Do some checks that in any case your opponent will do, such as Kakariko and stuff, and then later read the hints.
Yeah, I mean, SGL seeds can be fast, but I've also seen seeds that actually take like 3 hours plus. So
Yeah.
Every time I try to race myself and I think it's going to be fast, and it turns out it's not going to be so fast. So,
Yeah.
It's always dangerous to skip Sphere 0 checks.
Indeed.
It's also a good amount of seeds where chickens ends up being the answer, and that's also one of the Sphere 0 checks. Although in SGL it's not that bad, because it's only 3 chickens.
Yeah, and in my race there was a hookshot, and I think in the Volk versus Wooden Barrel race last night, there was hover boots on chickens, so...
Is that a magic on the ledge there in graveyard?
I think it's magic. Oh, Minuet, nice. So this is required with Deku Tree, so both are doable right now with the MP Bombag and Open Deku. And we start with the Kokiri stone, so might be fast.
Yeah, indeed. We already have availability to reach the Cannon's Key.
Yeah. Unless we need to do Forest Temple, which is the Forest Medallion, so maybe it can be ZL on Prelude. And ZL is required for... might be required for Spirit.
Yeah, so Spirit is of course the dungeon with the most requirements, although Jabu can also be pretty late in the seed.
Then Ice. I think Ice isn't a place you want to go right away, because Aral might be your go mode somehow. Meaning that there's nothing in Ice.
It's always one of the main considerations if you're thinking about Ice. Where is Rudo's Ladder?
Yeah.
Is it in Logic? But I think this early in the seed, I think people just often gamble that Ice is good. Although we don't really know yet which song is the item song. So.
Yeah. I think usually the earlier you do Ice, the better it is, because even though you get some not required songs such as Bolero, it can save you sometimes along the seed, because you will probably use it a lot more if you do Ice at 30 minutes than if you do Ice at 2 hours.
think also one of the important questions is where is Requiem? Because we have to do Spirit, we may have to do Child Spirit. That's also going to be one of the more massive songs in the seed.
Yeah. Oh, ZL is in Japan. Oh, Decotree Way of the Hero, so... Both runners decided to not rush Decotree.
Goron City Way of the Hero as well.
I think they might use a early Serenade song because of the Lake Wolf.
So Burning Cake is Eponas. The runners are happy to see that. And Domain Foolish, also nice.
Domain Foolish is really nice. Oh, scale. So GTGN might be not the best place to rush either, with Epona on Burning Cack and water not required. Because we might end up never having a logical access to GTG.
Good point, good point. Looks like the early game is pretty stacked. We have a bomb back already, we found lots of great hints. Also great, yeah, great Way of the Heroes. I believe the early game will go very fast, and then it's just a matter of, hey...
Oh, you accept. Yep. I mean, it's usually the case in SGL. Early game, you like in most cases, you find a lot of items on low sphere, and then either the seed goes wild or it's just straightforward. Okay, another magic here.
Another magic, okay. So I believe Engel should go back to Goron City now to check out the Way of the Hero.
Yeah.
Also DC, of course.
Because here we need, or they only need to do they need to do 4 dungeons, and we have 5 WAF. So you can fairly think that just rushing your WAF will give you every item you need.
Yeah, but of course for Spirit Temple we have a couple of requirements. And they probably are not all hinted. It all depends, of course, how many strengths are available. We need at least 2, but if all 3 are available, then the strengths won't be hinted. So Engel, the first one to reach Goron City. Is the what item already in adult available, or do we need to go child?
Sorry. Yeah, going child, like it wouldn't be a big deal because Deku is required and we already have CL and Seria, so child Grand City can be full cleared. But I guess the players would prefer the WAF as adult. Oh, 2 big chests. Okay. And get rid of all the Riddles later.
Wow, the early game is so stacked. Can be a really fast one.
It can be scary.
So let's just have a look at what we need still. So Boomerang we need still, and then the Spirit kit, Spirit starting kit.
Right. Yeah. It's always hard on fast seeds like that when you notice that everything can go really fast. You tend to like think about every little checks you did on the way and that you could have skipped. I don't know why I did this check.
Yeah, I know the feeling. But we are still very far away from go mode. We still need a lot of items, most notably the strength and the mirror shield and the boomerang.
Rush ice for Requiem. It could be a thing, though Aral might be just for Jabu, so...
Is that a scale on the volcano?
Scale or wallet? I couldn't see. I think they will wait a little before going to ice, because they can clear other WOTH areas before. And do maybe Royal Tomb and Child SFM.
Yeah,
Trying it.
they will try to find Nocturne.
Yeah. Yeah, the Requiem song before going to ice.
Nice time management by Engel, out of DMC by 3 seconds.
I'll try to see what's on the volcano while he's climbing. Oh, he's not climbing, of course.
I'm still betting into scale. Maybe someone in chat saw it more clearly than we did. But yeah, I wouldn't be sad if the seed calms down a little bit, and that we can think a little bit for where everything can be or where we should be going. Yeah. Everything has been so fast until this point.
I don't remember what's like the lowest time done in the SGL. I think I saw a 1 hour 20.
Was there 1 hour 20? That's insane.
But I'm not quite sure.
So the runners basically following each other's footsteps, both doing Kokiri Forest as adult, where it also makes sense to do it as child, because yeah, Deco is important.
And Jabu is WOTH as well. So it's 2 dungeons required that are WOTH for your progression. That's really strong.
Yeah, that's also pretty... We haven't seen Deco and Jabu with the heroes. If can Boomerang be vanilla?
Maybe. That's when you wish you start with FW. So you can just check rank chest and set FW in Jabu. So it's not a waste of time.
Yeah, I think you do check out that hint at some point, or the chest at some point. First Deku, of course. I don't think a double dip of Jabu is that bad in such a situation.
I wonder what Alexis will do after Goron City. If he's going back child to go Deku Tree with Minuet, or if he just decides to go Ice. I don't think so.
Ice is still a bit risky. I think Composer's Grave has a higher priority.
Yeah. And I'm not sure if they checked the adult spawn.
I think Engel did. I think Engel saved and quit when he turned adult.
Yeah, it's Skak all drop.
Oh, okay. That's actually also very nice. So what do you think more so? Do you check Composer's Grave as adult or as child?
Good question.
So with the child, you can combine it with chickens, perhaps. They don't understand.
Since it's going really fast, I would tend to just rush my progression and just play Prelude, go back Child, do Deku Tree, Child Lost Woods and SFM into Nocturne to do Child Graveyard and Kukos.
Yeah, progression is of course the first priority, but at some point you start thinking about what would be good places to check next. Alexis having only 6 seconds left. Is he going to make it on time? No.
Yeah, like I think I would have the lake in mind and how I'm going to go there.
Oh right, Lake is also still with you.
Yeah.
Well, you can combine it with Jabu. They have a scale.
Maybe you can try a gambly play, hopping for rank in lake as child. I think it's risky though.
Yeah, I think you just do Deku first, and then you go up to Jabu, do Lake first, and then go into Jabu. That will be my play, I think.
And with the bomb bag, you can clear south Hyrule Field on the way. Though it might be scary because it's some extra time loss in a really fast scene.
I think I would use the scale to go to the lake, and I would also, I'll go through river.
Okay, through river, indeed.
You spawn there also, as well next to it, basically.
Oh yeah, right after Lost Woods and SFM.
I think at some point, after doing a lot of progression and checking a lot of those waved heroes, I think you also want to full clear Goron City.
Yeah. So players will almost be at the same point, even though they didn't do the checks in the same order.
Yeah, so at some point one of them will go child, and then we have some sort of an idea who might be ahead, although we haven't really counted which checks everyone did.
Yeah, Alexis has still to check the 4 dot hints and the child archery.
So
and sorry.
Go ahead.
Yeah, Alexis will be able to do bomb bowling as child as well. I think that's why he might have skipped child archery, knowing that he would come back. Oh, is that a nice play I'm seeing?
That's possible. I was actually just going to ask you, from where I've seen Alexis a couple of times, and it seems like he is making some bold plays sometimes, or some unconventional plays. Do you agree with me, or is that just? Was that just
sometimes he does, but I think it's someone who's really like rushing progression and density. So I'm pretty surprised that you would go ice that this early when you have Wealth Deku to do.
Do you think that Alexis feels like he's not the favorite in this race? That he might have to do some crazy things to make up for it?
I don't think so. I think Alexis is someone, he knows he's fast in the game. I think it's just following the oral wealth. Knowing that domain is foolish, you're not afraid of Casey.
Yeah, but I mean, Guru's ladder is already path for the Jabu clearance, right? So
you
don't really have to check ice for the Guru's ladder.
That's why I think it's kind of weird.
Yeah, it's a risky play for sure, but it can also pay out very big if Requiem is in ice, for example.
Okay, I think I still would have do a short child segment before going to ice, but
Yeah,
I don't know.
that makes a lot of sense to me either. I think this is just a risky play, and he wants to do it. He wants to spice it up a little bit. That's what
Mhm.
I'm thinking.
But still, not long is worth it.
For Nocturne,
Or a Nocturne?
a
Oh
good
my
Nocturne.
god.
And we got a bottle there as well, but it can't be Woth, right?
Oh my god.
So basically Shadow as Woth then.
But Shadow is light and earlier. Okay. So maybe this seed will not be as fast as we thought.
Yeah, that's usually the case. Just
Might be the empty bottle.
that's
Or
a hover.
hovers. Oh my god.
So the ice play has already paid out for Alexis, no matter what happens next.
My god. Yeah, you can turn Rouges in logic. Yeah, well. And in any case, like, Alexis is way better than me, so I wouldn't. Like,
What if the hovers were on the icy waters below? Then he wouldn't have missed the irons.
I can't see what it is.
I also have no idea what is there. Not even sure where to look.
So Engel decides to do what we said. Play Minuet, do Lost Woods into Deku Tree.
Yeah, so Engel is, I think, for going for the more safe play, or the most runners would do in this situation.
Oh, Requiem is here.
So both runners probably feel pretty good about how the race has been going so far.
Mhm.
I mean, Alexis is already happy with the hints that he got and the hovers. Because that hint in combination with the hovers already tells Alexis enough that this play is a good play.
Yeah, hovers are. But I think with Ipona being on Burning Cack and the fact that GTG might be never in logic, I think Engel would be probably tempted with Ice Cavern after the child segment anyway, so. And Ice might have Song of Storms as well, so. Oh, never mind.
There's someone's comment.
So yeah, I hope for Engel that at some point he will consider Ice.
Yeah, there are not many good songs left to be there
Yeah.
on ice.
Yeah, he might be like refrained by the fact that he knows that Ice has a useless song. Serenen may be the best. Yeah, indeed. That's maybe what Alexis told himself. Like, even though it's serenading high in ice, it's worth it. So
There was one of those players, I'm not sure if it was Engel or someone else, who kind of was a bit sad that rushing ice played out so often.
yeah, I know some runners are not really happy with Casey's skip. But well. Sometimes it pays, and sometimes it just baits you so hard.
Let's see if Alexis is capable of those gainer strats in the ice room here. Ah, he's just using bombs, okay.
Yeah.
Fair. So where's Engel going next? Deku, I guess.
Yeah, I think it's Deku Tree.
Or he decides to climb. He wants to, or he just wanted the heart refill, I think. He was only a quarter heart or 3/4 of a heart.
Spirit is required, so he's doing progression.
Yeah, that's all. It's like a tough choice. On the one hand, you can complete spirit more than you already have. On the other hand, you might want to just wait for strength 2, and hoping that you don't have to do much faster. But this is, of course, the safer play.
Mm-hmm.
There can also be items just in the child climb.
And you already we have. Oh yeah. In some seeds, you're never sure that you would have fire source to clear spirit as a lot. Send some. So it's not even Serenade.
Yeah, that's one of the most disappointing songs Alexis could have found there.
So in the end, Ice was empty, unless there's something in Sanson Grave. But going Ice gives you hover boots.
So a possible scenario is that Engel, when he finds the hover boots, he knows that he can do shadow immediately, so he might not go Ice at that point anymore.
Indeed.
It's still very iffy.
Or there is a low percentage scenario where Shadow is worth for the 2 first checks, and those checks don't require hovers. So maybe we don't need the hover boots.
That's also very possible. At the moment I would be betting on that we do need those. And Alexis finally read those Temple of Timings, so he also knows that Black Hylia is way the hero.
Oh yeah, he didn't know Lake was worth, I think. So he couldn't hope for Serenading Ice. Yeah, Spirit is fire locked. Oh, he missed
Almost
the minigame. Like, I'm so mad when I miss it. You lose a lot of time when you miss the minigame.
Yeah, it's one of the #1 frustrations of most runners.
Yeah. At least maybe he'll be happy with the iron boots and not like some Deconuts refill.
Yeah, as far as we can tell, iron boots are not necessary. Maybe it will turn out later that it's necessary. Alexis checking our castle.
Mm-hmm.
Slow check that some people also like to skip as long as they can.
Oh, he's not doing the Dean's Fairy. Was it a Cuckoo's hint?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I think was it
And just chickens is dead. Yeah. Thanks for the tracking. Okay, so that's a good hint.
Oh! Did you see that?
Yeah.
30 is strength. Okay.
Maybe not required, but if you wanna be safe, you might be taking extra skulls on the way.
But I mean, 30 is probably faster than the 2 other strengths that are available somewhere. If they are available somewhere.
I mean, Seeds gives you an early hookshot and an early bottle, so 30s are clearly in logic.
Yeah, once you know that skulls are most likely required, collecting them is pretty fast.
Yeah.
Maybe you can do one per minute on average.
Oh, Alexis is doing Composer Graves and As well, Tempe Child. But Lucifer is dead. Yep, and we know where we don't need to go to trials since Deku and DC are doable right now. Okay, Tempe has nothing.
I wouldn't be surprised if we saw a forest dip pretty soon. Okay, there's a couple of skulls for you already.
Inside, Garon's castle is dead as well.
But we sort of knew that it was dead already, because
Yeah.
once we have access,
We don't need to go there. That's a relief. As a runner, like knowing that you don't need to go to trials is really good. A big chest in deco. Oh, okay.
Well, that's one part of the puzzle. Just mirror shield and boomerang for no mode. And one of the two is presumably in shadow.
Yeah. That's kinda... At their place, I would be so frightened that Dean's is a casino somewhere.
Okay, Engel is probably collecting those two skulls here. Now he knows that the strength is on 30.
Mhm. What the hell happened? Join us in chat. Hello.
Is that your next round opponent after beating Ikola?
I think it's probably Icola's opponent.
Oh no, the winner of this match is playing the winner of What the Hells versus Ethereum.
Oh, sorry. Oh, yeah, sorry. I thought it was.
So
Oh, yeah. It's Volk. The next one for it. Okay, so. And What the Hell versus Ethereum is tomorrow, I think.
Yeah, I believe so.
So
most Europeans will be in bed by then.
So What the Hell is coming to do some spying?
Yeah, he's scouting his opposition, yeah. So for the people who came in a bit later, let's just have a quick rundown of what's happening. So we found lots of good stuff early, lots of good hints early. We found Deku, Lake, and Jabu all Woth. And Alexis decided to say, no, I'm going to rush Ice first, and found a hint that says that Shadow is important, and found hovers on the iceberg. Engel just followed a more conventional route by doing progression first.
And Alexis decides to clear Goron City, Child, just to be sure that it's RL Woth.
Yeah, Rose letters 100% Woth. We of course need that.
Yeah. Jabu is Woth and hovers in Iceberg, so.
So we know that there is a strength of 30, and the only items we don't have yet are Mirror Shield and Boomerang. And we still haven't found out what is in Lake Hylia, and we haven't found out what's in Shadow. So maybe the Lake Hylia item points to Shadow, like Dins, could also be a possibility.
Mm-hmm. Oh, ooh. River is foolish.
Okay, we're not using River then to go to Jabu.
And a slingshot on Goron Pot. Engel decides to go Child Spirit as well.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Always for clear aware of the heroes is saying that's Hasn't been invented for nothing.
Let's see if target does something. Oh. Okay.
Needed a lot of shots there to make sure that he got the 300.
I wonder if Alexis would, or Engel after Gohan City would go to Lake as child hiking.
I think it makes sense. You can also, I think what I would do if I were Engel, I would go Lost Woods from here and go to the Jabu area, the domain area, and then Lake, and then back to Jabu.
Oh. Yeah, front domain is yearly faster. I think it depends on how safe you wanna be. And I think it's still a bit better to go through domain because depending on what you find in Lake, you might want to push into soft Hyrule Field, or if you find progression at child fishing, you just might go back adult. Like, imagining if it's jeans or...
Yeah, it will be. What will be interesting to watch is whether the runners decide to dip Jabu for the way of the hero.
Would you? First
Yeah.
dip Jabu?
Yeah, I think I would, but then again, I'm not in this tournament, so what do I know?
I definitely would if I have...
Yeah, with Forge, it's a no-brainer.
Yeah, with FD building. If not, I don't think I would. It's like 1 chance out of 4. Not sure it's worth.
Yeah, but it's like if you don't do it immediately, then you're going to last location. It's one of the two, I think. Either you do it immediately for the info, or you decide that you wait for boomerang and then you last location it. I think there's not really an in between.
Indeed. Yeah, still with no logical access to GTG, I think you might end up being bottlenecked really fast in the seed and then decide to go to Jabu because you don't have many checks left.
Because they were sort of already in the area, and you can also do a lot of progression already in Jabu. You can pick up Rudos, and you might find Serenade later, and then it's not such a bad thing to get back to Jabu.
Maybe what Engel is doing.
At least I approve. I'm not sure about you, but I think the dip is fine. You can always also get a skull there on your way.
Yeah, sure. I think, no, you can access only one without the boomerang. But still. Oh no, he just gave intact. He's going to Lake.
It's not the choose. There's 3 possible checks left for the Way of the Hero item. Yeah, so a good point raised by Shannock in chat. So because of the Way of the Hero in Deku is Way of the Hero. Yeah, because the item in the Deku is Way of the Hero, the strength. The strength on 30 should also be Way of the Hero. Because they are available independently of each other.
Yeah.
And then strength 3 is probably then strength 2 locked, otherwise it doesn't make sense.
In any case, 30 skulls are in logic with a bottle, I think. So...
And they have a hook shot and bombs. Should not be, yeah, that should easily be in logic right now.
So it wasn't child fishing.
So now,
which is scary.
yeah. So now at some point you have to decide to go to lab as adult with your irons.
Yeah.
And then it might still be suns.
And should the sun means you will need a long shot, so that's open GTG as well. I don't think it's something you want to see.
Yeah, you see, it's not such a jet as we may have speculated earlier.
So yeah, Engel going to Jabu in the end. While Alexis is picking skulls, I think.
I think I also remember one time when I was watching Cariosa and he was dipping Jabu and the Stinger chest had 4 ores. That was also pretty crazy.
Cariosa is crazy.
That's also a good summary, yeah.
In a good way, but he's crazy.
So Alexis is on 9. Let's see how far Engel is. He's going to kill a skull in a few minutes.
And Alexis going to Child Spirits. It's true that only Engel did it for now. And I guess he might... I don't know, it's weird because he didn't do Lake.
So there's a skull for Engel. Let's see what the count is now. Ooh, only 6. Ooh, okay. So Alexis ahead on skulls then. Unfortunately, the second chest here in Child Spirit is hinted dead. They also see that it's dead, so they might not go out of their way to get the skull there.
And what do you think about the well? Like, it's a great area, especially with CSMC.
Yeah, well,
and you can, yeah, you know, like, those are dead, so you can just grab the 5 skulls in CAC and build well.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense as well. I also think maybe a forest dip would be good for 3 or 4 skulls.
Yeah, it's like, what, 3 minutes? 3 or 4 minutes for 3 skulls? Or 4 if you do the floor master check with powers.
Moment of truth for Engel.
Yeah. Ah, shoot. That's why I hate Jabu.
Yeah, it's all mathematics, right? You make a guess or make a gamble, and then sometimes it works out and sometimes it doesn't. I mean, if this was Boomerang, then he's like in the driver's seat.
Yeah. And he's doing the Fontaine Ferry, meaning that he has less reasons to go ice, because he already done a check on Fontaine.
He will read the hint now.
So he has the range wealth now. Oh, he had it in domain.
Yeah, now he knows that long range is way of the hero and that Nocturne is way of the hero. But yeah, when does he come back for Ice? It's a important question. There's not really a good song that he can find there.
Yeah, I think it might be the one of the only good research location for him after the well. Anyway, so might be going Ice. And as you mentioned, maybe it will be at a point like he knows he can bail after hours.
Hammer for Alexis. Where is he actually?
I think it was. Destiny Grotto.
Okay.
Well, we don't really want this hammer.
So Engel is just walking back instead of safe quitting out. So I think he's picking up the 2 skulls here in River.
Mhm.
It's almost
It's almost night, so I wouldn't be surprised if you take the upper skull here in the ladder and then plays Nocturne to Dempy and Nightcack into, well, get the hammer is not so good. Fire is not required, so having the hammer like just opens you another area where you don't really want to go. Knowing that you can have something useful in there, but Fire Temple is really long to do with only 6 items. So yeah, you don't really wanna find this hammer.
the only good thing about Hammer is that if you feel behind for some reason, you can make a play by doing Fire and you might still win.
Yeah, you can gamble Fire because you feel really behind.
It's like a trump card to have in your back if things are not going your way.
Yeah, the second hint is sometimes skipped, Shanok, by runners, because it's quite long to take it.
Does he have Damping time? I think he might.
I didn't count. I think it's 20 seconds after the wolf ult.
Oh, then he probably doesn't have.
But yeah, climbing down the river is quite long.
Looks like a Song of Storms play into the well.
Yep. And I think indeed, rushing 30 skulls is not a bad play, because it still opens up Spirit, and we know that Spirit is a lot of checks, and you might find your Mirror Shield in it, while Engel is freezing.
He should be frozen in Ice Cavern, not in Calico.
Freezing again. Delay might sometimes occur, like do some freeze in your stream.
So Alexis is at 12.
Yep.
Engel also at 12 or 13.
Oh, I think Alexi doesn't have the River Baron.
Yeah, was that the second hint in Deku?
No, both didn't grab it. So I'm not sure where it was. It was in Kokiri Forest, Storm Grotto, and Alexi did not do it, sadly.
Maybe he can find himself a big Goron sword or a Furores.
Maybe. That's a big time loss. River is quite long to clear.
Yeah, I'm not even sure that there's a hint that he might be happy to find. Have we found all our hints yet? I think we have.
Like, probably the last hint will be River Baron. Oh, Hero Castle is dead.
So what do you think? Anything in the well?
A bow. There is always a bow in the well.
Yeah, we haven't found any of the three, so yeah, might very well be.
Maybe didn't, actually. So Alexis is going to lake? Or maybe he's doing the Jabu play as well? Oh, big chest in the well.
Nice peek there, I never saw that before.
Okay.
Also, gold skill would be funny. And the lab is in logic.
Yeah. Would be funny and like less stressful if you kinda like think the lake worth is lab dive and not shoot the sun. Well, you can still do it. Having gold scale and logic.
That looked like a bloopy to me.
Mm-hmm. Could the rando ever spread the items out of enough that no areas are foolish? I don't think it can be.
I think you can.
Yeah.
Because all the areas with the song are probably not foolish. Most of them. And
It might be possible, but I'm not sure like the generator can do it. Like wanna do it.
there's not a setting for it in the generator, but I think if you plan though a seed, then I think you can make sure that none of the areas are foolish.
Yeah, in Blendo for sure.
Yeah, in Triforce Blitz, I think they calculated that the maximum sphere was 37 or something like that. Maximum sphere count.
What happened to me a few times though is having no dungeon baron dungeon. So you end up having only like your free barons are areas.
Was it in the Triforce Blitz tournament or was it in normal seed?
In standard.
But I think the dungeons don't have priority in standard, right?
Yes, you're supposed to always have one dungeon baron hinted.
Oh, should you always have one dungeon hint? I didn't even know that.
So when you don't have a hinted baron dungeon, I think it means that no dungeon is baron. That doesn't mean you need to go in every dungeon, because sometimes it's just like some junk item you don't need, but
like lens.
Like lens.
Or second magic.
Mm-hmm. But it did not happen very often. Like I think it happened to me 1 or 2 times.
So Alexis is also checking out Jabu.
Yeah.
So it doesn't feel safe with that one check left behind there.
So that's good for Engel.
Well, there's the bow that you predicted.
Yep. And speaking of the red unique in chat.
So now the forest dip is even more likely. Oh, there's another big one.
Yep. That's why you never gambled well. Oh, there There he is. It is. So you can check the lab dive as child.
Yeah, so how do you route that in?
Maybe it's what Engel is doing. Through like diving in Lost Woods and just going through domain. It's a little bit of backtrack, but it's faster than hike there as adult without Ipona.
Yeah, you might also save and quit as child and then do some field checks.
Yeah, as well.
I think he's just I think he's going lab.
Through domain. Because if you really wanna go through Highwell Field from Kokiri Forest, you might just do it as adult, it's faster.
Yeah, the advantage of checking the check as a child is if it's boomerang, you can immediately continue onwards to jump.
Yep, indeed.
But these are all the little gambles you have to take. Checking it as an adult is faster, but if you find a certain item, then maybe child is better. You have to weigh all these options in a split second.
Yeah, and I think both runners might feel bad about this Jabu play, like wondering if their opponent did the same or not. Because if you're like, oh, I did that and my opponent did not, you may feel behind. Because it's quite long to check rank chest.
Does any of the runners have bugs set in the bottle? I don't think they have.
No. Okay, so lab dive, tell us. I would see Deans here.
And again, as Bosky was found on the rooftop in Picarica.
Oh, Boomerang, you were right. So you can do Jabu right away and get your Jabu way of the hero, which is either, I think, Mirror Shield or Din's Fire, or at least something leading you there.
Yeah, this is absolutely massive for Engel.
Yeah. Because Alexis will go there as adult, probably hiking, and it's a long way.
He's farming some more sticks and nuts, because you need a couple in Jabu.
Oh yeah, sure.
At least 4.
Yeah. So here, unless he's killing Barinade with a pot, he will be out of sticks after Jabu.
Ooh, pot strats on Baronade, I would like to see that.
It would save 1 stick. I don't. Let's see what he decides. So yeah, it's massive for Engel, even though Alexis still have those hover boots, which might be required. So Alexis decides to hike to the lake.
Yeah, so I feel like Engel has been a bit more safe and a bit more conventional. But yeah, those hovers are still out there and might bite them in the nowhere at some point.
But depending on what's in Jabu as an item, Engel might be just like left with Ice Cavern as an area to clear. So.
But we know that the hammer is somewhere, so fire is also open and forest is also still open.
Yeah, forest is always kinda among guys when it's not required.
They can also dip water, so the entire seat is almost open. They have strength 2 is in logic, so spirit is open.
Only GTG is not.
Yeah.
And hammer fortress and hammer check. Invalid.
Holding our breath. Oh, mirror shield. That's actually game then, right?
Mirror shield. And that's the best thing that could happen to Alexis, I think.
I don't think so, because Jabo is now clearable and we know where strength 2 is. So what are we missing then?
Oh yeah, sure.
I think Engel is just in no mode now.
Yeah, I forgot for a moment the strength 2 in Fury.
So is all of this shadow stuff for long shot for a key in Spirit, or no? We have seen it already. Was it?
It's weird. That's weird. Because we have light arrows.
Okay, so why was long on wave 0 then? Did we get something?
Oh wait. Bombard was Fear 0. ZL was Fear 0. Wait. Because at some point I wondered if the bottle couldn't be well for the 30s, but Bombag gives you hook and access to domains, so you can give the letter and have a bottle. So it's not the bottle.
Where were the fire arrows in Long Long? Maybe, I don't know.
I think the Kuko's minigame had nothing.
So
or no, I don't know.
okay, well, this is quite a puzzle. Maybe we'll get the answer later.
Everything in the world was in logic, so yeah, I don't know. My logic knowledge is not sharp enough to understand that for now.
So what did we get out of logic? That can be the only answer that we have. That we are now out of logic.
I don't think they need anything out of logic. Gold scale rank locked? No, it couldn't be. Anyway, because you need the gold scale to have the boomerang.
And where was the first skill?
First scale was in DC.
So there was none. So the volcano did have something else. Didn't have skill then.
Yep.
But Spirit is not long shot locked then, right? That's the only thing I can think of right now.
Yes. Maybe Bosky isn't in the right hand because Alexis picked the check.
Engel, I think Engel did the entire climb, right? Or did he find behind the knuckles? I think that's our answer.
Oh, he did the entire climb? I didn't notice.
I think he did the entire climb. Maybe someone in chat is able to check the vault quickly to see what Engel found in the strength 2 check in Spirit.
In any case, maybe runners understood what is going on and they would explain us.
So what we thought was a massive advantage for Alexis turns out to be just bait.
Yep. That's the risk when you rush ice to get bait by an item you find there. 19 skulls for Alexis, and I think Engel is 17.
Yeah, I think Engel is we might have the weird situation that Engel is going forest and not doing anything except collecting the skulls.
Oh yeah, and Alexis had more skulls because of ice. By the way. That's why he was like 9 skulls and Engel 6 at some point. We're in bow mode. Bow is in well, Kirby.
Okay, let me just see if I can quickly check the vault. I'm curious what the strength tool was.
Another slingshot in Marinade. Yeah, the bow is in. Oh, Alexis missed. He slipped on the ice side.
Yeah, so my hypothesis is that Longshot is in shadow, and that there was something on the strength 2 in spirit.
Yep. Yes, TNT. They have the same strength from Deku Tree. And yeah, we are trying to figure out what's in shadow. The only thing we think is maybe Spirit is Longshot lock, so Longshot is in shadow. And Alexis is going back to Fontaine for skulls. I think it's pretty long. But why not?
Almost there.
Skulls. I think Engel is 17 and Alexis is 21 right now, TNT. Oh, so Alexis checked the bottom of the fontaine. He didn't quite saw either the first time.
Yeah, so Engel didn't actually beat the Knuckles. He warped out of there before, in the room before.
Okay, so we don't know.
So we might find a big key or maybe a small key on the right hand, and that explains why we're seeing those way of the orange.
Oh yeah, sorry, Genty. Yeah, 30 skulls is a strength. So Alexis is going back Shadow for Jabu and Angel going back Huddle to finish his skulls, I guess. Maybe pretty fast with Sensong and Hookshot.
I think we're seeing a minuet now from Engel. That's my prediction. Oh, he's getting the skull, I think,
in castle.
Yeah, the castle.
So yeah, if in the end Shadow is not required, the ice play was totally bait. It was like quite a thing to go ice at 20 minutes though.
Yeah, it was for sure a risky play that could have played out heavily, but the seed says otherwise. 20 for Engel.
Can grab 3 more skulls in SFM, Lost Woods and Concrete Forest, plus 3 in Forest, so 6.
So the smart thing from Engel is that by entering outside Kenneth's castle, it makes it nighttime.
Yep.
It's a very heads-up play by Engel. I think he will just skip all the chests here. Only cares about the skull class.
Yeah, you can just shoot the eye and go into the courtyard. I wonder if he's doing the one that is after the Floor Master chest. I think it's too long for one skull.
Yeah, I think you might go Lost Woods area, Clear Forest. Maybe try to make your way to DC. He should be on 24 after this loop, or 23.
Yeah, Kirby spoiler log would be useful, but probably the runners figured it out for us. And I always been told that if there's a wolf or a path you don't understand, it's probably because of spirit key logic, so maybe we can rely on that.
Yeah, I'm 90% sure that there's something on the right hand, either a big key or a small.
Yeah.
And if that's the case, we might even see the check. I'm not sure if we found the BK yet in spirit.
No, but if they picked the hand and if it's BK, you see the chest. It was a small chest. So it might be a key, since other keys are magic lock. And you have 3 keys as child, there's only 2 left as adult, so yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if the last key is on right hand.
Not continuing in Lost Woods, where you can get at least one more skull.
Yeah. I think there's... oh yeah, there's 2 in DMT and 1 in Garden City.
That's not good news for Alexis, where he finds a mirror shield, so he knows that hovers are probably bait.
Yep. They are... yeah, you know, at this point you know you're good, so... I think he's probably thinking about his ice clay. And he might not go into the well, and if he finds it somehow, he might think Bo is in shadow.
Engel is going to DC again. How much can he pick up there?
Yeah. There's one you can grab here with hookshot extension.
Nicely done.
Yep.
So there's 2 in the front, 1 in the back perhaps, and maybe 1 on the rooftop.
Yeah, Shanok, that's what we're thinking. It's kind of the only explanation for the long wolf.
So we're looking at a finish time of roughly 1:30.
1:35, I'd say.
Which is
yeah, lab dive star. Sorry. $27, $28. So it only misses 1 skull because you have 1 in Nightcock as adult. And I wonder if the one in behind the wall in DMT, I wonder if it did it.
I'm thinking he still has to clear that. I think he's had everything calculated. Yeah, impressive play by Engel, who just has been routing very conventionally and making the logical plays, and has been rewarded for it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's kind of what we said early on the seed, with Ice being a tough call in SGL.
Yeah, I think you're ready for your match. You called Bo, and you figured out that the ice play was risky. So.
Oh yeah, but I'm facing Ikola, so I think it doesn't matter how much I'm ready.
I think you underestimate yourself. I think you have a decent shot. At least. Of course, Ikola is the favorite. He's a beast, but don't count yourself out. It's still rando. And
yeah, I definitely will need some luck, to be honest.
Karios is also out of the tournament already, so it's not impossible.
Yes, indeed. Okay, strength 2 for Engel, so he can just tear in spirit and go say hello to Ganon. Oh, Alexis is gonna be mad.
Yeah, Alexis probably knows the bad news.
Yeah, I think he already noticed now that hovers. Well, he doesn't have the bow, so he might think first bow is in shadow.
Oh yeah, you might still have, yeah, you might still think he's doing well with those hovers.
Yeah, and he's probably doing the well after Jabu hopping for Dins. So when he finds the bow, I think at this point he will know that the Lon path is bait. We might, by the way, never know what's on right hand. Because Engel only needs a key and a BK.
I don't even think he needs a key. But yeah, maybe needs one more key then. Maybe. Okay, there's a BK. And we assume that one of the keys is on the right hand, because otherwise it doesn't make sense.
Shanok says if Alexi bails from well after getting bow, I probably assume GS is in shadow. Yep, that's true. That's very true. But I think after the bow, he will still clear the big chest in well.
You mean long shot Chinook? We have full scale.
Alexi doesn't.
Oh, Alexi. Oh yeah.
Yeah, he might think gold scale is in shadow. He might already think that. By the way, I didn't thought about the gold scale.
Have you ever finished the seed sub 2 hours?
Yeah, my first round I did 147, I think.
Oh, that's also a nice time.
But yeah, with doing a lot of checks before finding first hookshot on chickens.
Okay, that hurts.
But yeah, SGL are fast seeds. You have usually less dungeons, like only 5 or like 4 dungeons. And I think there are a lot of items in Lost Sphere, and then it just ends up being you rushing your progression and you find your items on the way. That's why SGL seeds are pretty fast, most part of the time.
That's certainly what happened in this seed.
Yeah. And yeah, sometimes you have like really awkward seeds when you need burning cack, so you know it's 80.
There's probably a key here in the invisible room.
Yep, I think it has to. Yep.
There it is.
So easy. He doesn't have BK, right? Well,
yeah, it was the like room.
Okay. Yeah, so he's just baiting. We won't know what's on right hand, sadly.
It must be the last key, I think. I don't think there is any other scenarios that make sense.
Yeah. And Alex is going to the well. 27 skulls. I don't remember if he has done the child cack skulls.
I think he still needs to do them.
Okay, so I think he's just gonna bail after the bow. In well. Unless he decides to gamble the well and go back adult into spirit, hoping for a bow there.
Yeah, it's a tough call.
Yeah.
You might just be done if you go spirit and find a bow there. But then again, he already cleared like half of Spirit. My gut feeling says that he will go adult immediately.
Yeah, Spirit is a lot of checks area, so you can hop for a bow there. Yeah, fails. I think if he might be feeling behind, so
Yeah, he pretty much did ice for nothing, so can't really afford to lose more time.
in this situation, you like kinda know that your opponent probably didn't do ice.
Engel remembers that he had a blue potion. Also clearing the bottle for the cannon fight.
Okay. And we don't know where Dins is in the end.
Do we want to even know where that is?
Maybe not.
The fire.
Ouch. It may be forest.
It's not much better. But yeah, Engel is now on his final boss fight, before he has all the required medallions and stones.
So Shadok is riding. Shadow has to have a less for small key on silver gauntlet chest. Yep, it's one chain, it's 50-50. Last key might be on left hand or in... oh no, it's one chance out of 3. Because Engel didn't check the second invincible chest. But yeah, it's most likely long shot in spirit for key on silver gauntlet chest.
Yeah, long shot in shadow, yeah.
What's the rule set? Is very common in chat with the rule set. Yeah, for settings.
Alexis managed to make the gap not as big as we thought it might have been.
Yep, and Engel is kind of being trolled by Twin Over.
Yeah, it's not a very great fight, but he's got phase 1 done, so. And he has some time to lose still.
I think if there's a bow in spirit, it will be like really tight. 3 or 4 minutes. Between the two players.
Oh right, he still needs the bow, yeah, that's the thing. Might also be a bow and cannons.
Yeah.
Oh, but it's foolish, right? Or what did we say it was foolish?
It was inside Galan's castle is not foolish.
Oh right, that someone in chat just said that. That was foolish.
But even though it's foolish, you can still find a bow out of logic. Like bows and bomb bags and slingshots can be in foolish areas.
But I don't think we needed a bow to reach this area.
The cool's... Yeah.
Okay,
Oh, Dins was there.
Here is Dins.
My god. So the seed wants you to first dip spirit to find Dins to go back. In shadow, find your long shot to finish spirit. Nice.
Yeah, that's basically what it comes down to, yeah. Well, that's Engel with the 3 stones and the 2 medallions. Nice way to go.
Thanks, Mayra, for explaining in chat the settings. So while Engel is going to Ganons, yeah, as you mentioned, he's probably facing what the hell or Netherian. On next turn, Netherian is, I think, the winner of Triforce Blitz tournament.
Yeah, I think he was in the. I'm not sure how the bracket was called. There were 2 brackets, and he won, I think, the second one.
Oh, okay. And
With Favia winning the main bracket.
yes.
But impressive feat nonetheless. I think it's a great match to watch.
Yep. And every turn 3 races are really stacked. Exodus versus Fabio, Gavareni versus Mr. Mario on one side, and the other side of the bracket is to be determined. Yeah.
Yeah, there are no weak players left in this tournament.
Mm-hmm.
You don't
And we have Volk 41, a French player, and I know he's a really good player, and it's kinda the upset profile, like beating Cariosa, beating Wooden Barrel. It's really good to have like some surprises like that in a tournament.
Yeah, it depends who you ask. I'm not sure if Carrios and Wooden Barrel are such a big fan.
Indeed.
Well, Alexis is now going to figure out the logic for us.
Oh yeah. Oh, it's the key.
It is the key, yeah, as we expected.
So it's long shots, indeed. Nice bait.
Engel taking down the guards one at a time.
It's safer.
Yeah, for sure. 100%.
Because he was one hit to be killed.
He must feel good about how he routed the seed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he never done much extra useless checks.
And that rush for the boomerang was nice to watch.
Mm-hmm.
1 hour 32, and we're entering the Ganon fight.
Yeah, and he will need to one cycle Ganon, so it's 10 blows. Since we don't have the BGS, and Engel, I just noticed, doesn't have the hammer, so we might witness a Ganon nut kill.
Yeah, we have 30 nuts. That should be enough for phase 1. And otherwise there are plenty of backup strats for almost every item works.
And Myra tells us that this is going to be the fastest time in brackets by almost 10 minutes.
Very volunteer friendly seed.
GG Engel.
Isn't this claim check only in SpeedGaming Live?
I think it's claim check only.
So the Christian in the game.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure though. In Scrub, it's sure that it's claim check only, but in SGL, I don't know. I don't remember.
Ooh, Alexis also taking a hit.
Yep. 1 heart. Come on, guys.
Well, these 3 hearts are not going to help you.
SGL can be anywhere from prescription to claim check, okay.
Well, enjoy the nut stretch on McGannon there on the left side.
Yep. We don't get to see that really often.
He started with 13 nuts, so he used 5 of them.
I think it's 10.
Yeah, should be 10.
In any case, you can finish it off with hookshot or... So. He's grabbing Master Sword for the last phase. Oh, speaking to Zeldo.
For some extra courage.
Over 10 minutes. Nice. What was the best time for now? Indeed, about 147.
147 is the fastest so far.
Nice. Yeah, 35 is really strong.
And give all your GGs in chat for Engel. To put up a great show and beating Alexis by like 5 to 10 minutes.
It depends on when he finds the bow, I guess. I think he's finishing the seed. Yeah. GG's Engel. Really great race. Only going for the items.
Do we have any questions for Engel in chat, perhaps?
Yeah, I think the first question might be, what about this long range wolf? Did he find out? Did he not?
Looks like Engel is joining us in the moment.
I think Alexis will just go to the well. Oh. GG Engel.
GG.
Hi Engel, well done. Nice race.
That was a wild one.
Yeah, did you experience this as a wild seed?
Yeah, I mean, you know, when I got in Jabu after seeing that, you know, hint for Nocturne being Wath, I was like, oh, Jabu's gonna have something for Shadow, right? And I'm just gonna be able to get some of these 30 skulls in Shadow, and then it's the shield, and I'm like, oh god, skulls, skulls, go, go, go.
Yeah, it's basically go mode.
Yeah, it was, and it was kind of unexpected because you know you don't expect the last Wath to just be bait for long shot, right?
Okay, so you figured it out that it was long shot. Okay.
Yeah, I realized at the end there, especially with like I was still missing a key in spirit.
Yeah, and Alexi gave us more or less the confirmation in chat on the right side of the restream. He's still looking for his bow.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah, because the main difference between you guys is Alexi rushed ice at like 20-25 minutes.
Oh.
After finding Rudolph's Leather in Goron City. And because you had a scale in DC, so you could just go there. And he found hover boots on the iceberg.
Oh, they're all the way out there. That's that's pretty gross if they were needed.
Yep, so when we had the London range way of the hero, we were like, ouch. But then the more the seed goes and the went, and the more we were like, Shadow is probably bait for long shot, so it's kind of the difference between you guys, just the rush ice early on.
Yeah, it looks like he went ice while I went to the well.
No, yeah, it was way before that.
He did it for Gecko and Jabu. He did it very early.
Yeah, but it looks like he skipped well is what I'm saying, because that was...
Yeah.
In terms of time spent, yeah.
How did you feel throughout the race? Did you think you were ahead or behind? Or?
A little of both. Like early on, it felt really good to go adult, get the bomb bag, route around, get a hook shot, beat DC and stuff. And then, you know, that gave me a few good hints of Deku, Lake, and Jabu. So then I rushed back Child, you know, rushing to Deku, rushing to the Lake and Jabu, and then realizing, you know, that I had to get either like another scale or, well, I guess I could have done it with Iron Boots and Hookshot to get the boomerang, but
that's what Alexis did.
yeah,
But the way you done the check was way faster because you just had to go as Child, and because they had hiking from as adults through higher field.
yeah,
It's kind of long.
that was my debate too, coming out of DC with the Lake hint. I was like, okay, if the graveyard is Serenade, I Serenade and check Adult Lake. If it's not, I just go Child. And it gives me bombs. So I'm like, well, all right, Child it is.
Yeah.
Because that hike just felt miserable.
Yeah, sure. And yeah, it would have been really hard to, like, the boomerang could have been on Shoot the Sun, and
Yeah,
Shadow was required.
Yeah, I was really worried about that too. So I kind of rushed once I had that gold scale just to see, like, if this is boomerang, I just stay Child, beat Jabu.
Yeah.
If it's not, we're kind of in trouble. But
And just so you know, Dean's Fire is in Spirit Temple, the big chest in the main room.
yeah, I saw the big chest, but we weren't opening any at that point.
Yeah, sure. So the seeds wanted you to first dip Spirit, get Dean's, go to Shadow, get Longshot, and then go back to Spirit to
I'm
finish
sure-
it.
I'm sure Longshot's on Bongo himself.
Yeah, sure. But yeah. But well, in the end, Alexis decided to play really aggressive, I think, early on, because he, after the range, he played Prelude and go to Adult straight away and played Nocturne from Tot, so he didn't do Child Archery and he didn't read the Tot hint.
Oh,
So
so we both
you-
won adult early then, though.
Yeah, but he was really in a, I think, aggressive state of mind, going ice at 20 minutes, and in the end it didn't pay off, but I think he really wanted to go into this with aggressive play.
Yeah, I mean, normally I think rushing ice can be good. People know I've been a fan of it in past seasons and stuff, but it felt a little rough with, you know, only needing a few items is what it looked like, and, you know, less rewards in these settings.
Yep.
So like I had the other 3 hints. I just said, no, we're rushing the hints.
So looking forward towards the rest of the tournament. How do you like your chances? What next round?
Well, it's been a good run, guys. Based on who might be my next matchup, it's gonna be tough.
Yeah, well, you definitely have your chances. Like, Alexis wasn't, I think, a really easy player to take on. He's really good.
Yeah, for sure. We're both in the same division of league, so
Yeah. Oh yeah, you know each other.
we haven't gotten to play in it yet, but
Okay.
you know that just speaks to like us being, you know, kind of equal in
Close.
skill, I would say.
Yeah. So yeah, I think you, like, as I said, when the race started, like, you're both, in my opinion, semi-final materials.
I don't know if I'd go that far, but you know, it's nice to get to top 8 this year.
Okay, well, I wish you good luck in the next rounds, or rounds even. Keep up the good work, and yeah, looking forward to see more of you.
Yeah, thanks. I'm gonna need the luck.
Any further questions, perhaps from chat or from you, Marco?
I'm kinda fine. I hope we can meet in semifinals, because that means I win versus two great players on the way. But
Oh, you got this.
I think it could be really nice to face at some point. But yeah, I have a really long way to before hitting semifinals.
Yeah, I mean, it sure would be fun if we got to play. No bias, obviously, from us, but
Yes, yes, for
oh,
sure.
there's a big chest in shadow.
Yeah,
Is that it?
I think I won't spoil, but Alexis wrote in race time room.
Oh, oh no.
So yeah, I think he's going to finish it. I'm not sure if we probably wait, I guess.
Yeah, I think the restream will stay on until Alexis quits or finishes. So yeah, I think we're all out of questions, so you're welcome to stay hang out to watch with us, or you can just take your rest and prepare for the next round.
Yeah, I'm fine to hang out if we're still going, you know.
Oh yeah,
That's fine.
you're welcome.
Maybe we can find out if Longshot is in Bongo or not.
So what was actually on the volcano? We thought it was maybe a scale, but apparently it wasn't.
Oh, so yeah, I took a long look at that because I couldn't see it at first, but I'm pretty sure it was a bug bottle.
Ooh, a bug.
Oh,
And that's why it had like a weird look to it.
Did you consider at some point to grab a bug for the skulls, or was that just too slow?
It was on my mind at one point, but then I thought it was too slow. And again, when I saw like the shadow hint, I thought, oh, well, I can get skulls and shadow too. That'll help out. And then, like, my mind was just racing once I got that mirror shield of like, okay, where do I get skulls? How many do I have? How many do I need? What's the fastest route here?
yeah. I think SGL settings can be really stressful, especially when you have only 4 dungeons to do, because you have 5 worth for 4 dungeons. So you're like, I might find everything I need in the Wolf or on my way, so you're always like, oh, do I do Richard? No, it's too long. Do I do Cuckoos? No, it's too long.
Yeah, it's so weird in these settings because like any, you know, extra checks you do or like an extra dungeon you step into, if it doesn't pay out, it can be so punishing with how fast these seeds can be.
Yeah, sure.
I know we saw that, I think, in a few races on the lower side of the bracket. I think Barrel did Deku in, you know, open Deku settings, and his opponent didn't. And I think that's how like Volk got ahead of him.
Okay, cool. A plus.
I think you're not muted there, Marcel.
Yeah, sorry.
You're ordering pizza?
No, roommate spoke to me. Sorry.
Yeah. If even doing Deku loses you the race, then it shows how crazy the settings can be.
Right?
Yeah. If you play too safe, you can lose for 3 minutes, and if you play not enough safe, you may skip an important item somewhere. So
Yeah, I tried to sort of balance that by like full clearing Child Goron, but then I skipped some of the slow Lostwood stuff.
yeah. Alexis done Child Goron C as well.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. It was Woth, so you want to full clear that for sure.
Yeah.
So we had a little debate in commentary whether the Jabo dip was a good play or not. What do you yeah, of course you dipped, and Alexis also dipped it at some point.
I mean, I didn't feel great about doing it without Ferrors. Like, I was hoping that either the the child fishing or the letter spot in the lake would give me something first and maybe direct me. But then they didn't, so I was like, well, you know, what if it's just Rang and vanilla chest, or what if it's Din's fire or something leading to it? I'm here. I can't really afford to skip it at that point.
Yeah, you both did the rank chest at different moments, but I think both of you, after the check, were pretty much thinking that, oh, ouch, if my opponent did not do this, it's...
Yeah, you save a few minutes, but...
Yeah. But yeah, I hate Jabu. I'm always raging for Jabu not being required.
It's always the worst, too, when it's Way of the Hero and you can go into it without Rang, and you're like, oh no, should I? It's 1 of 4.
Yeah. And it's pretty long to go there, to check the Ranga chest. It's really long for one check.
Yeah, like part of the reason it felt better was that I was tying it in with the lake checks that was walked, so...
Yeah.
I remember I played 3 calls and 2 of them had Way of the Hero Jabu, and I think both of the times it was bait. One time for lens and one time for something else. So even when you have the boomerang, Jabu can be a bad play.
Yeah. I think I played the lens one, and I was so mad at myself because I understood the Colossus access logic when I was in GTG, and 30 seconds later I forgot.
Oh.
So I went to Jabu and find the lens and remembered that I figured it out 15 minutes earlier, and I was like, you're so dumb, dude.
I think it was the race where like Cariosa, Icola, and Sponge finished like half an hour in front of the rest of the pack.
Yeah.
What looks like your bongo prediction might come true.
We're getting closer.
Indeed. And like, no bow, like no bow in spirit, no bow in shadow.
Yeah, we might get bomb chew strats if it is on bongo here.
Mm-hmm. And Myra saying you could talk about what you think will happen in round 3.
What I think will happen? Well,
what the hell will happen in
yeah, I mean, he's probably gonna get there, and it's probably gonna be a very tough battle for me, but we've already seen some upsets in this tournament. You know, like we were just saying, if you just check the wrong thing, it could cost you 5 minutes and cost you the seed, so Nath could easily upset him, and then, you know, he's scary enough on his own to play against, so...
Yeah, Volk showed us that it can be really, even for top players, really hard.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think any of us expected Cariosa to go out in the round of 32 there, but...
Yeah. I think he said that last year he lost on first round as well, so he was...
I may have had a part in that one.
Oh, it was you.
Yeah.
So he was kinda salty about that, but yeah.
Yeah, I saw it. I was like, oh no, first round again. Bomb choose.
Oh, damn. And then we have like Exodus versus Fabio. This will be a really good one.
Yeah, they're both really good runners, so that I'm hoping that gets a good restream.
And Exodus is really in a great shape. Like in quals and in brackets. Like he just made his way to turn 3, beating Cola, which is like a really strong player as well. So, maybe long shot.
Just
There he is.
The long shot.
Alexis kinda like, what do we do?
Going back to Spirit. How he wants to, just wanted to show us the way of the hero, I guess.
Well, he still doesn't have a bow to beat the
Yeah.
seed.
I think he reverses to go to GTG, hoping for a bow.
Well, he's probably not trying to metagame into where you could have found your bow.
Yeah, I mean, you could think maybe I did GTG early, or maybe the well would probably be the guesses, right?
Hey, with what's left in the seed, other bows might really be locked by the one in the well, because there is entire forest, a few checks in GTG, HBA and big pose.
Yeah, it's wild because I didn't even want to go to the well. Like I said, with all those Woths, I was chasing those, and then Jabu and Lake came up dry. So I was like, what do I do? And I also
no skulls as well, right?
Yeah, I was like, I don't have rank, I can't get the skulls, but I had the shadow hint too, and I was like, well, maybe I need more items, like the dins and the hovers. So I was like, okay, the well's dense enough, let's just go there while I'm still child.
Yeah, at this point, well was really good because of maybe the need of Din's Fire.
Yeah, because I didn't have like any hints for where dins or hovers could be, so.
Oh yeah, hovers as well.
Yeah, like if those hovers were required, I was probably in trouble, honestly, with them being on the ice.
Yep, maybe, but on the other end, we were thinking that with GTG probably not in logic until the end of the seed, you probably would have been really like bottlenecked at some really fast, and then ice would probably been your only like good location to search for items.
Yeah, it probably would have been ice or forest at that point, right?
Mm-hmm.
You also didn't find Hammer.
Oh, yeah, where was Hammer?
On Destiny Grotto.
On the which grotto?
It's the one nearby the market.
Oh.
Just right by your giant spawn.
Yeah, I know the one. I'm trying to think. Yeah, I didn't have a good time to ever go to that. Just did Lon right away with nothing, and then I never ran the field.
I also forget about the existence of that check all the time. So.
I mean, it's a check I would normally do if like I was going like field to GTG or if I had explosives going into Lon or something, but none of that came up, so yeah, had to have old Deku nuts for the Ganon fight.
Yep.
For the fans.
But yeah, I think Alexis done that on his way to Lake.
Yeah, that would make sense.
Oh, big chest in Fortress. Oh
boy.
Wow. Man, if you went there early, you could have just skipped the 30.
Yeah. It was a tough call to reverse, knowing that Ipona is on Burning Cack and you don't really know where Longshot is.
Yeah, so my thinking too was Deku was Way of the Hero for that strength, which meant that the 30 strength was logical.
Yeah.
So, and then that makes sense because, yeah, that's strength 2 locked. Because you need to go into Spirit as adult to get the dins, to go get the long shot. to be able to get to Fortress.
Yeah, it's strength 3 indeed, Shanok. Because you need like strength 2 to get dint. And go to Shadow, so... So Alexis saved in GTG, so he can just warp back in GTG if there's no bow in Light Trail.
Is he trying to look for a bow in Ganon's? Is that even possible?
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, it could be. And it makes sense with the golds to do this first.
And it's a really fast check because of CSMC.
I forgot about IGC not being foolish, as I read in chat earlier.
It's OGC.
Someone speculating that there's no items there that can help you.
So how many big chests? 1? 2?
1.
Tunic?
2. Oh, 2?
Wallet?
Tunic.
Oh, fairy. Oh, good. He doesn't have a key to do the last check. Yep, nothing.
Not staying to do the rest of cannons, though.
Where are these bows? Someone turn on scars for a change. It might also be that one bow in well is the only one available.
Yeah, it's possible, and I think we've all been there in these kind of seeds where you need one item and then you're checking all these good dense areas and it's just, where is it?
Here you have multiple choices. You can go to forest, you can go to water, you can go pretty much everywhere. So
Oh, big chest.
I think he's not like metagaming either. Like,
I mean,
you finishing in 135 like means you probably didn't went to GTG.
I mean, it could though because the strength was there, right?
Oh yeah, maybe.
Like maybe he's metagaming like, oh, I just got this strength and then a bow in here or something, right?
Yeah, probably. Yeah, indeed. If you rush GTG instead of ice, you find strength 2 and probably maybe a bow. So yeah, indeed. Let's see, he got far of the W as well, so his tracker is getting loaded with everything.
Everything I never found.
And like fast seed like that might feel really bad when you skip the one item you need.
Give us our bow. No.
Half defense. He's going to find everything but a bow.
Stream is freezing every now and then for me, probably for you too.
Yeah. I mean, I think Alexis at some point renamed his... Oh no, he didn't rename. He has another Twitch channel named Lagsland. because
Oh, right, yeah. I saw that.
sometimes he got a poor internet, so.
So, Engel, do you have any warm-up rituals before a race? Do you practice some Mido skips or?
Nothing crazy really. Usually don't even warm up anymore. Just maybe get some caffeine because it's early in the morning, you know. Yeah, I'm just thinking like the seed could have been maybe even 10, 15 minutes faster or something if you like went reverse to GTG, got strength 2, jumped down and got boomerang and adult lake.
Oh yeah, that was something actually. You did to river instead of just hike into Hierophil to rivers. But it's it's still a really tough play.
Yeah, I think either of us would have been more likely to do it if, you know, GTG wasn't so out of logic at that point.
Yeah. Definitely you wanna do it if you get Epona on Low Sphere.
Going back right side? Or picking up the clue?
Oh yeah, but as Myra saying, like, if you find your strength 2 that early, you may get baited by the long range wolf, because you find Deans in spirit. Like at this point in spirit, you might not be in go mode, so you find Deans, and then you're like, okay, maybe I will found something in shadow.
Yeah, maybe, but if you rush to GTG, right, you're not rushing to ice, so maybe you're just not finding the hovers, maybe?
So
I don't know.
So you don't have hovers. In any case, in this scene, reverse was really like gamble play.
Yeah.
But indeed, you can save maybe 10 minutes.
Yeah, like I don't think it made sense for either of us to do that play, but I'm just thinking, like, man, if we had some kind of gamble like that, it would have been nuts.
Or the seed could also have just given you Serenade, and it would also be faster, perhaps.
Yeah, I really wanted Serenade in that graveyard check after DC to just warp, get the Rang right.
Yeah, and Serenade wasn't even in ice; it was Sensong, which helps for skulls, but that's about it. Maybe Alexis doesn't have the OGC hint. Oh, it's in tots. Maybe he just forgot. He's freezing again.
I'm worried that he's going into fire after running out of checks. Doing all the other stuff first. I also thought that Hyrule Castle Fair was dead and not this one.
Hyrule Castle Fury. Oh, it was dead indeed. Oh, so it wasn't OGC dead. It was Hyrule Castle. He's going for Shadow Trial.
He's tipping against Castle for the 3rd time now.
Yeah.
I want to say we had the 2nd Shadow hinted dead, but...
Oh, yeah.
Now I'm getting lost in what I had as notes.
So he's going for the check after the key here.
Yeah, I mean, maybe also thinking that he's gotten all 3 strengths, that maybe, you know, the 3 strengths are Woth because of the decadent, but
He's mad.
yeah, it was just because the 3rd one was locked by the first 2.
And I think he has every reasons to be mad at this point.
Yeah, no, this is... I was there earlier in the week with the league match where I pretty much last locationed my strength 2 on Stone Phantom Ganon, right? So,
Yeah.
you know, it's always a bad
there.
feel when you're...
We all been there.
Yeah.
So how is the league going? Have you played Alexis already in league?
I have not. It's been a little rough scheduling with the European side of our division when and also trying to schedule for SGL here.
Oh yeah.
But
The time zones are kinda difficult sometimes.
yeah, but I'm definitely looking forward to getting to play him more here in League.
Well, I believe both What the Hells and Ethereum are more in your time zone, so that shouldn't be a problem then.
Yeah, I might get a weeknight match then.
So he's finally going to the well. And find the wallet and the bow.
Yeah, and then probably skips before the gold skill at the bottom.
No.
It's very rare that I see the bottom chest being something useful.
Yeah, I was kind of surprised. I was expecting it to be a key, but I was like, maybe the dirt pile that I didn't blow up was the other one, and there's gold scale at the bottom. Like, oh man, I guess we have to rush back to the lake.
Yeah, it's some kind of backtracking, but in the end it was anyway just faster than High Casaload.
Yeah, it worked out, but it for sure felt bad at the time. I thought I was losing a lot of potential time if you went well first, you know?
Here's the wallet.
Oh, the wallet first.
But I think what as well decided Alexis to go Ice Cavern that early was the Zora domain foolish, so you're not scared about
unfreezing.
KZ having an item. You can just go there peacefully.
Yeah, it was weird choices sometimes for me, because then also saw the River Baron hint, so like a lot of times when I rush ice, I make the play to get all the river checks and hints into ice and combine it all, and then it's like, oh, River's dead, so it's a lot less
Interesting
to get.
And Alexis done the River as child because he didn't have the hint at this moment.
Gotcha, yeah. Yeah, the hints were very powerful in this seed, I thought.
Yeah. Yeah, you had the wealth really early, and you knew really fast that both required dungeons were also Way of the Hero. And when it's like this, I'm like really scared.
Yeah, like I really was expecting China to lose because of like the backtracking I did from Jabu Lake to Well to back to it, and then I was worried that maybe he went Deku in Child 1 early and saw the 30 skull hint before I saw it, and I was like, oh, maybe I'm behind on skulls too.
Yeah.
And then and then
Yeah,
the shield in Jabu, I'm like, oh no, I need like 16 skulls in you know as fast as possible.
But you did very little that was not required.
Yeah, that did work out pretty well on that end.
And also keep in mind that if you do a spoiler lock race, it feels like you're backtracking every time. Sometimes you have to just go chat for one item and then go back a dot, and that's the most efficient way for a spoiler lock race to finish.
But it seems that this bow was like really hardly required. No other bow in the way.
Yeah, or you have some crazy bow in fire or in water or some of the forest checks. Might have been a bow and bongo. We'll never know.
Could be. Yeah, we had forest fire water that no one touched, so
In any case, the well is a really great area to clear, especially early on the seed. It's like 4 or 5 minutes with CSMC, and
Yeah,
it's still a lot of checks. So I don't think there's any situation where well is a bad play, unless you just have everything on your way and you never need to go there.
yeah. It was an interesting call because I got storms when I was trying to rush, the Deku hint, and then the lake and the Jabu hint. So I wasn't missing a ton of items at that point either. So it felt like, oh, I should just rush these, because if they're just the few, like the Rang and the shield like they were, then it's like maybe I don't even need to go to the well, right?
Yeah.
But then when you are still missing things, yeah, like you're right, it's so fast. Like that was the kind of the next obvious play for me.
So who remembers the light arrow hint?
They were in Goron City.
That's right.
Next to Rudos.
Yeah, I opened that big chest and I was like, that's not my waff.
In any case, GG to Alexis to finish the seed, no matter what, because...
Yeah, if I was in his spot, I probably would have just quit.
Yeah,
I would
same.
have been like, screw this seed.
Yeah, same.
It does it for the viewers who cannot sleep before they know where Longshot was. And if there was not pro available.
Well, we got to learn where pretty much everything was in this one, it looks like.
And if the strength was required on 30, we have the answer to all these questions.
Yeah, for sure, we don't need the spoiler log anymore. And he got hammer for the Ganon fight, so
Yeah, he's got a little easier than I had.
Yeah. Well, at least you had enough Deku nuts.
Yeah, I looked when I was in the castle. I was like, please let me have enough. And I was like, oh, well, I didn't do forest, so I probably do. Hooray.
Otherwise, you have to reside to the long shot or the hook shot.
Yeah, it would have been like hook shot strats, which, I mean, it's not like the worst, but you don't feel great about losing time doing that.
Yeah. When you don't know where your opponent is, like I know what if I'm Hammer or BGS and I'm just like throwing nuts to get him.
Yeah, I was like, please don't dot done while I'm throwing Deku nuts here. Especially as I was sweating after having the worst Rova fight of my life there. They just kept trolling and running around me instead of firing.
Yeah, you try to walk around one of the sisters, and but that didn't work out so well. You got hit there. It was a nice try, though.
Yeah, well, ended up
sometimes Roba is just really hard with us.
like sometimes it's like 4 quick hits, super clean. And other times, like, they just want to keep flying behind you.
Okay, so Alexis is about to finish. I think we can
Alexis, GG.
say a lot of GGs for finishing this, regardless all the areas he cleared without finding a bomb.
So I believe the round 3 is still just the one race, and then semifinals and finals will be best of 3, right?
Yep.
Yeah, well, I think we still have a round 2 race, someone here.
Yep. Manka Omega S.
You'll be fine. You'll be fine. Just
I want.
just send a message to Volk and then ask what he ate in the morning.
Yeah. I probably should do that. Yeah, I mean, I already won a few races versus Ikola,
Oh, there you go.
but it was always because there was a tricky item and I was just playing safer than him. I think I won 3 races versus him and he won 35 versus me. So yeah, it's gonna be hard, but I think I'm just going to play my game and rush progression and pray.
So as far as my information goes, Alexi is not joining the commentary. At least don't have any confirmation of that. So
Okay.
probably just wrapping it up. Maybe a quick look in the race time.
Yeah, thanks for having me on here. Thanks the trackers, everyone behind the scenes.
Yeah, for sure. Good luck in the upcoming rounds. And
Yeah.
thank you, Marceau, for doing the commentary. That had a lot of fun.
Yeah, thanks.
And shout outs to the volunteers, the trackers, Mara for organizing the tournament, Shanok for always helping out with the tracking.
Yeah, Shanok is doing really great work.
Keeping us informed of the Spirit Key logic as well. I think that's it. So yeah.
Thanks, everyone.
Enjoy your weekends. Bye bye.
Yeah, bye guys.